Coming up on Red and Gold, we catch up with some of the NFL's finest as we give you an all-access look into the glitz and glamour of the 101 Awards.
When I was in the Navy, my first year, Lamar Hunt came to see me at our house. And I said, Roger, we'd like to have you play for us.
You thought cheerleaders were just pretty girls who could dance. Well, think again, as we introduce you to a Chiefs cheerleader who's much more than just a pretty face.
Off the field, I really just enjoy being a positive role model for the girls.
We'll take you behind the scenes at the 2012 NFL Scouting Combine. It's all next on this episode of Red and Gold.
Across the 40, Charles is gonna go! See you later!
Welcome to Red and Gold. I'm your host, Shauna Hild, and I'm so happy to be back here with a new episode for you. Now, we're here every month, year-round, exclusively here at KCChiefs.com. Well, if you're anything like me, the warm weather, the sunshine, the long days, it makes you think of football. But we are still 4 months away from training camp. Now, the Chiefs, though, are well on their way of building an extraordinary team for the 2012 season. A month ago, we kicked off the offseason in Indianapolis with the NFL Scouting Combine. Now, this is where athletes from across the U.S. come and showcase what they have to offer for all the NFL teams. It's fun and it's exciting for both the players and the teams. And lucky for us, our very own Josh Looney was there to catch all the action.
Josh Looney for Red and Gold in downtown Indianapolis, where just a few weeks ago, Super Bowl 46 ended the 2011 NFL season. But every year at the end of February, football GMs, scouts, coaches, and more than 300 pro hopefuls fill Lucas Oil Stadium and turn the page toward a new season. The Scouting Combine's drawn a lot of attention, so let's go inside and see what the fuss is all about. Okay, here we are now inside Lucas Oil Stadium, where the first thing you see, you're greeted by all these media members, Radio Row, and inside that room, there's podium after podium and table after table, where these NFL hopefuls don't just try out on the field, they have to talk to the media members as well. It's a long process where every team brings 50 club members, but the media's got over 500 members in itself. It's a two-pronged process for each of these prospects. So check this thing out. These media guys, they can't go where we're about to go. We've got field access inside the combine where the players work out. Let's take a look. I don't want to make a ton of noise in here because we're in the inner sanctum of the media room and there's tons and tons of interviews going on. You can see one right behind me. What they do is they take prospects to either a table. There's about 9 or 10 tables set up throughout this huge room in Lucas Oil Stadium, and there's 3 separate podiums. Sometimes you have voices bouncing one off the other and meeting in the center of the room. You'll also find almost every coach and general manager address the media over their week at the Combine. So this is the media room where there's always something going on. Speaking of media, speaking of keeping quiet, right behind me is the Live NFL Network set. Now this is their main stage where they'll be doing live access throughout the week at the Combine. It's going on right now, but on the field, they have 3 mini sets as well where they kick down for an up-close look at each of the prospects. And who could forget what we're all here for? This is the best seat in the house. You sit here, there's so much action going on in the field. There's more than 300 college prospects show their stuff for every decision maker in the NFL. All 32 teams, more than 50 individuals on each team. We're talking medical doctors, GMs, coaches, scouts. They're all there, timing 40s, watching vertical jumps, seeing how a player can move in position drills. This is the place to watch, and this is the most fun part about the NFL Combine. And now you're in the know.
Now, we all know that what you wear can really express how much you love your team. Now, join me and the 65 TPT crew as we check out the NFL Product Summit hosted right here at Arrowhead. Now, it shows you anything you could possibly need, what's hot in 2012, from hats to shirts to boots to anything that you would need to make your tailgate great. I promise you, you won't want to miss this. Well, Chiefs fans, we are so excited to be hosting the Consumer Products Summit. Now, that means there are a ton of vendors here at Arrowhead, and they're ready to show you, our fans, what's cool in 2012, from apparel to knickknacks to things you can use out on a tailgate to make it even more fun. And this is just a small preview to show you. So let's go take a look. Okay, I found two beautiful women, Christina and Kathleen, with Kuche shoes, and they are amazing. I think I just found heaven right here at the summit. So ladies, tell me about your company.
Well, we actually thought of this concept at a stadium. We're huge NFL fans, huge fans of football, and we were getting dressed, all geared out in our team's apparel, and we didn't know what shoes to wear to the game. And so we thought, well, women love shoes and women love football, so why don't we bring the two together? And it's our second year license with the NFL. We have a fantastic product, and women are just loving it.
And you have to check out these studded Chiefs boots. I mean, these are amazing.
Are they beautiful?
That is incredible. So you said you made that top, is that right?
Yeah. We have some great manufacturers. We're really trying to make things really feminine and fun. So we're kind of trying out not only on our footwear, but we're trying some apparel pieces as well. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. We had a fantastic first year, and we were really excited because we sold out of everything in 2011. So all the styles for 2012 are brand new. So a lot of the buyers, we saw the cheerleaders earlier today. They were so excited to see them. So
that's very cool. Well, I'm a Kuche buyer, and so I'm a Kuche girl.
Great.
Gotta check it out. Yeah, these are hot. I like these a lot. I would definitely rock these out on the town. Okay, I ran into a really awesome guy, Steve Strawbridge, who is not even with a team. He's on the league level. Now, Steve, explain what you do and kind of what you're looking for here.
I'm with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and we're looking for all the new products that are out, and we meet with all the vendors throughout the weekend. We look for anything from a cup to a shirt to whatever they could possibly have that's new for the 2012 season.
So head to toe, it's everything that you can possibly find here.
It is. I mean, everything from drinkware to pins to socks to jerseys, whatever you can find, it's all here.
Okay, so the hot topic this week is Nike. Now, I know I'm excited for them. So what's your favorite item? Have you gone by and seen them?
Oh yeah, April 1st, we've been working with them for about 18 months, getting ready for their launch, which is April 1st, and then at the draft, they'll have a whole new jersey line, all new hats. It's going to be really exciting.
That's awesome. Steve, good luck.
Thank you very much.
I can't even begin to explain how crazy and awesome this day has been at the summit. I've seen everything from hats to footballs to trinkets to shirts. Those amazing shoes that I pointed out, yeah, and I'm gonna get a pair of those. So, you know what? I don't know what else to say other than I will see you at the Chiefs store. Coming up, we'll rub elbows with some of the NFL's greatest players, coaches, and icons as we take a look behind the scenes of this year's 101 Awards show.
There's nothing better when a good quarterback just gets a mouthful of dirt and you just, you know, so.
Also, we'll hang out with the Chiefs cheerleader and see what she's like when she's not wearing those famous white boots.
It means so much to me to be able to positively allow children to see you have the world at your fingertips.
So stay with us as Red and Gold rolls on.
So we're going to read this book to you guys. It's called One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Do we know all of those numbers and colors?
Point to blue on the book.
Does anybody see blue on the book? Where's blue on the book?
All right.
There it is.
Today's Read Across America Day. It actually would have been the 107th birthday of Dr. Seuss. I think we all know him. So what the Chiefs have done is there's been a national movement called Read Across America Day, started in 1998, and from that time on, the Chiefs have always had a contingent that in honor of Dr. Seuss and Read Across America Day and really helping to promote literacy to our neighbors here around the metro, that we head out, whether it's players, coaches, front office, cheerleaders. We've had the whole gamut of the Chiefs community caring team out today and read some of their favorite Dr. Seuss books.
I saw her, your mother. Your mother is near. So as fast as you can, think of something to do. You'll have to get rid of thing 1 and thing 2. Now here's a game they like, said the cat. They like to fly kites, said the cat in the hat.
Favorite part was probably the reaction to the reading. The kids clearly knew the book. So as I read The Cat in the Hat, they were able to interrupt each page, and they knew what was coming next.
I bet with my net, I can get those things yet. You think he's gonna catch him with the net, Jose?
Yeah.
Think so? Yeah.
Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish.
I think that's the biggest thing, is that when you read to kids on a regular basis, it gives them the opportunity to see how important reading is. Not only to hear you interact, but then to see how it all comes together. The fluency, the ability to read and stay consistent with it. The kids then start to learn that, reading is fun. It gives them a chance to go to different places in their heads. And that imagination combined with that skill is definitely a great thing to move forward in life with.
Hi, my name is Jillian, and this is my 3rd season as a Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader. Being a Chiefs cheerleader is just an amazing experience, and there's so many things that I enjoy about it. Representing the Chiefs organization and the Chiefs kingdom in our community is just a really moving experience for me. It means so much more than a skirt or pom-poms or even a football. Just the message that the organization has in general and the positive impact it has on our community, being a part of that has really done a lot for me as a person. You just hold yourself a little higher knowing that you're part of such an amazing organization. While I'm not cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs or doing an appearance in the community, during the day I'm a 3rd grade teacher at the Derek Thomas Academy in Kansas City. The best part about 3rd grade and teaching just in general is just my children and really making a mark on their lives and allowing them to see the importance of education. And they keep me on my toes for sure, but they warm my heart in the same. You develop a relationship with them that goes further than just teacher-student. You just definitely become a mentor. And although it is challenging to make sure they understand the importance of education, it's definitely a passion of mine. So when the school bell rings, school might be over, but work isn't for me. This is when I kind of change roles and I go to soccer practice, where I coach. I have 2 youth soccer teams. One is 10 years old and one's 11 years old.
Scissor, scissor, scissor. Touch and shot, touch, shot. Find her feet, find her feet. Look at Anna, look at Anna. Yes, good turn. Start your run, start your run. And go. Yes, Lauren, that was perfect. Bring it in when you're done, bring it in when you're done. Don't be last, don't be last.
We play all year long. We have tryouts in the summer. Soccer has always been a part of my life from the time I was really young. My girls mean the world to me. I'm a huge advocate for sports in young people and what the benefits that they gain from those, self-confidence and teamwork. It's really interesting to me to allow the children to come to practice and see me as their coach, but also as a mentor. 10, 11-year-old young ladies, it's a moldable age. It's a very delicate age, and I really am blessed to have the opportunity to kind of be a mentor for those girls. I love the coaching aspect of it, developing skills and knowledge of the soccer game, or the game of soccer, but more so off the field, I really just enjoy being a positive role model for the girls. They feel like they can ask me questions about their social life or school or soccer, anything. The relationships that I build with my players mean the world to me, and it goes beyond just the soccer field. Definitely between soccer and teaching, you have to be able to think quickly on your toes. And there are children of all abilities, whether it be academic or athletic. And so a part of me that I feel that is very necessary of all role models and mentors is to really be patient and make sure every child's individual needs are being met, whether it be on the soccer field, giving them some extra help, staying after practice with them, or even in the classroom, making sure that they're understanding at their level. It means so much to me to be able to positively allow children to see you have the world at your fingertips. Whether it be education or athletics, you have so many opportunities ahead of you, and I believe it's my job to just allow them to develop into a positive young person.
Across the landscape of football, Kansas City has a very historic presence. And that's why we hold the 101 Awards Banquet, an annual event where we bring in the top players and top coaches from around the league. And this year, Josh Looney was there to catch up with all the honorees.
We're at the 42nd Annual 101 Awards at the Westin in downtown Kansas City, where each year, football's best gather in Kansas City for one of the most exclusive and prominent pro football award banquets in the country. You'll see the NFC Coach of the Year, the AFC Coach of the Year, and players from each conference that won those honors as well. But it's not just a national award banquet, it has a local flair as well, as each year the Chiefs announce their newest member of the team's Hall of Fame and hand out the annual Lamar Hunt Award of Excellence. You know, we caught up with some of the honorees with exclusive interviews earlier today. Let's check them out.
Kansas City's a great place. You're with the fans, and that's one thing you love about it. It gets more of a college feel than it does a pro feel, and that's what you like about it. I don't know if they consider the pro, but I know it felt like coming from being in Nebraska, coming here, and still having that same love and passion.
Man, it's real special. If you can get the respect from your teammates, and that's the most special thing you can do. When your teammates can vote and say, this guy, stand up on the table and say, this guy is MVP of our team.
It's very hard. I know preseason, I thought it was going to be easy. I know Thomas said this is nothing compared to the regular season. It's tough out there. It's a lot of hard work you got to put into it. But you play for each other, not only as yourself, but you also playing for the guy next to you. But knowing the guy next to you have faith in you, it means a lot.
We're at the 101 banquet with celebrity guest John Amos. You might remember him from Coming to America, the Mary Tyler Moore Show. But what brings you back to Kansas City tonight?
My love for the Chiefs. I ran into a couple of old, I guess you could call them teammates. I was only here for a cup of coffee, instant coffee. But I made some great relationships with several fellows who went on to the Hall of Fame, i.e. Bobby Bell and a few other players. I had a wonderful experience. I love the Chiefs.
I saw you talking to Bobby Bell.
Yeah.
You guys still
I like to
stay in
keep a safe distance from him. Contact is the wrong word to use when you're talking with Bobby Bell.
Have you missed any of these 101 award banquets way back to 1969 when you were the first recipient of the AFC Defensive Player of the Year?
Have I missed any? I don't think so. It's been a long time. How long has that been? 69 now?
You see the people coming from all over the country to be a part of this. You see the players coming, coaches coming from all over the National Football League, and you realize, at least from a historical standpoint, how much this meant to Lamar Hunt and how much it meant to the Hunt family, and the fact that it's been able to continue, the fact that it's been able to thrive. They've changed the format since I was last here, so I'm excited to see the new format.
Lamar Hunt was a great person. He was extremely generous to everybody that he dealt with. He loved sports. He got things started. He named the Super Bowl. He did all those things. Helped put the leagues together, and he was just lack of ego because it was always giving somebody else credit. He just was a great human being that you could trust, and his legacy. They told me I have the legacy. When you hear the Legacy Award, you're an old guy. So I'm really proud to have the Lamar Hunt Legacy Award, though.
You never know who you're going to run into at the 101 Awards, but let's see why everybody's here and go inside the event.
My eyes have gone right to the one who was applauded the most so far. That's your wife.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have to live up to the standard of Ray and Ed in the locker room. I'm guessing that you get some good advice at home too.
I get a ton of advice, actually.
Unadvised, okay.
But, very opinionated. But, hey, that's behind every good man is an even greater woman. So, just so happened in the middle of the season, Coach was like, I guess the old lady must be really happy at home because you're playing phenomenal this year. I was like, yeah, she's really happy. So he was like, make sure you give her a kiss for me and tell her thank you. So.
You think about the division he plays in, and 22 and a half sacks against guys like Aaron Rodgers, Jay Cutler, Matthew Stafford. I mean, that's not easy. These aren't a bunch of Jakes. These are smart guys that know what to do with the football. Is there one that's the most difficult to get on the ground out of those three?
No, they all fall down pretty easy.
Hey, wait a minute here.
It's funny, I tell you what, playing bad quarterbacks is harder than playing good quarterbacks. Bad quarterbacks are throwing hook shots and running down the field, and at least like Aaron's so good, he'll hold the ball a little longer to try to make a throw. Jay's tough just because he can run. And I'll never forget the toughest game we had this year was coming off when playing the Bears in Chicago. They just played in Detroit, and Detroit was whooping their O-line. And of course, the national media has to come in and publicize this, and then so what do they do? Yeah, so what do? They bulk up against us, and I think my ribs were getting cracked that day. But you know what? It's a fun division. They're good quarterbacks, and again, sorry, but there's nothing better when a good quarterback just gets a mouthful of dirt and he just, so.
Of all the trophies and awards that you have, what will the addition of one that has the name of Lamar Hunt mean to you?
Well, Lamar, it didn't mention the film, but I was at the Naval Academy as I was a junior, second classman. We had a great year. And I was eligible for the draft because I played, I went to New Mexico Military Institute before I went to the academy. So I was drafted in a little article in the Washington Post. I was drafted by Kansas City and Dallas. And then when I was in the Navy, my first year, Lamar Hunt came to see me at our house. And I said, Roger, we'd like to have you play for us if you leave the service in 4 years. And he actually had dinner at our house, and Marianne's sitting out here, and she cooked one of the worst dinners you've ever had in your life. She's become a great cook. We were high school sweethearts, so I didn't marry her for cooking. But the chicken was dry, the sweet potatoes bursted in the oven, but Lamar still had dinner with us at our house and offered me a contract that if I leave the service in 4 years, I would play for the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Cowboys had drafted me also. And I signed that if I ever did leave the service, it wasn't a lot of money, and the Navy approved it, that I would play for the Dallas Cowboys. And so in 1969, I would have probably been, I was a rookie then, and I would have been the quarterback that beat the Minnesota Vikings instead of Lenny Dawson. So what would have really happened, I would have been Lenny's backup for about 5 or 6 years.
Arrowhead, to me, it's a hometown tradition. Waking up in the morning and putting on your red, the flags flying from the cars. The friends that I've brought here before, they can't believe the tailgating and the barbecue smell and how fans come together and high-fiving one another.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
It's a tradition. It's the game day experience, tailgating. It's more than a game here in Kansas City. It's everything to the fans here.
Fans, Kenny Chesney returns to Arrowhead this summer, and he's bringing Tim McGraw with him in the Brothers of the Sun Tour. Mark your calendars for June 10th, 2012, as Chesney, McGraw, and special guests Grace Potter and the Nocturnals and Jake Owen team up for the concert event of the year. Tickets are on sale now. For complete details, visit kcchiefs.com. Also, continue to catch up with your favorite team in and out of season and become part of one of the fastest-growing Facebook communities in all of sports. Like us on Facebook and join the over 550,000 fans and growing who are following your Kansas City Chiefs. Well, Chiefs fans, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Red and Gold. Now, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and catch up with us next month at kcchiefs.com. Until then, I'm your host, Shauna Hills, and go Chiefs!
our trap.